Soar the Ride is a Gerstlauer chamber. Sorry. I meant Eurofighter. It's alright. But I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion on Soar. And say why it's the worst out of the Big Six of Thorpe Park. Okay, so to give it some credit, just start with a drop with a very close-up thing to some spikes. The indoor section as a whole is the best part of the ride, and it's also smooth, surprisingly. And it also features the best inversion on the ride, because you actually get a little bit of hang time over a dead body. You know, you've got to love dead bodies. Then you go into a nice little bit. You go into the, the drop. The drop is interesting because you go down it. Halfway down, you start jittering around like never before. And then you go into an element, which is equally as rough. Following the drop, I don't know, the drop gives airtime. It's good until you get to the fixed section of track, where it just starts jittering around. And the element, well, it does get a little bit less rough as the higher you go, but it's still not great, honestly. I mean, you can just see the jitter on Thorpe Park's POV, which are professional. And you go into a swing, which bashes your head to the side. Then you go down into the best single moment on the ride, the airtime hill. It gives some good airtime. But then the train starts to jitter again. And then you go into like a jolty twist into the brakes. Did I say brakes? No, this is just like a straight section of tracks which is decorated with some like brakes. And it's not actually. Because dare I say, this part right here is the most intense of the part of the ride. Where basically you swing into it and you go down an insane drop, which is just pulls you down. And then you go into the dive loop, which is one of the single most painful elements on a roller coaster. You just down like that. It hurts. And then you swing up into the brakes. I'm glad this ride is over, I'm gonna be honest. But sometimes you can get smooth rides. The only time you can get that is if you sit in the middle two seats on the back row. Which, I mean, you should really because the Smiler, you don't need a specific row to get a good ride. Yeah, the front row is the best by quite a bit. But Soar, it's not grey in any other row except for the two seats in the middle on the back. Which is kind of insane, but that's the layout for Soar. Okay, so I think overall, for the smooth ride Soar can have, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I just think the rough rides can be really annoying if you get that. And the smooth rides are enjoyable. So that's why I gave it a 6. If you guys agree with the points I made up, but if you disagree with the points I came up, put in the comments below why you disagree. And what would you give Soar out of 10? And I'll see you in the next video, which might be a review, and goodbye. Low